y'all, AI is making people bank right now. If you haven't got into it, what are you waiting for?
So you want to know how you can add speech into your AI videos using Google Veo 3, and I'm going to show you how. I'm currently using the platform called Flow. You can access this through Google Labs, and you can actually get 1 month free if you use the Flow plan. Right now, I am using the Ultra plan. So anyway, let me show you an example of one that is talking.
These AI videos are getting out of hand for real.
Now let me show you an example of the prompt that I used. So this is the exact prompt I used. It refers to the woman. So I described her in detail first, and then I described kind of that she's facing us. She's at a table. She's having a mukbang style video. I did misspell it, but it understood. She's having a mukbang style video. She's talking to us, and she selects a piece of ribs. So I'm being pretty detailed here. And then I say that she says, and then I put what she says in quotation marks, which is very important. And then she eats the meat off the ribs. Another important thing to remember when you are prompting for Veo 3 is to add in that you don't want subtitles, because a lot of times it will, well, sometimes it will add in subtitles and they won't be correct. So you'll have this text on your videos that you don't actually want, especially because it won't correctly spell everything. So I'll put that in here, no subtitles and no text. So that's an example of a pretty simple prompt to get your character talking. I'm going to take you over to ChatGPT to show you a more detailed style and how you can also have Veo 3 select what it's going to say. So here in ChatGPT, I'm using the Veo 3 AI Video Prompt Expert. You can access it in the link in my bio. This is one that I've created for Veo 3 prompts. So here you have the option of generating prompts with speech, prompts with dialogue, prompts with sound effects, or generating prompts from your own idea. If you were to click on one of these, I'm going to say prompts with speech. It's going to ask you up to 5 questions, and it's going to say, do you want them one at a time, or do you want to answer them all at once? I'm going to say one at a time. All right, so ask about what your character idea or vision is, and what your vision or idea is for the video. I'm going to say mukbang, mukbang featuring an African-American woman. So I described a little bit about what I want the character to look like. So I said she has long hair, she's young, beautiful, and African-American. She has soft glam makeup, full lashes, gloss lips, high cheekbones. So I'm just being descriptive. You don't have to be too descriptive with this because the GPT is going to help you describe things as well. So just put in kind of the basics. Here, it's going to ask about the setting, the scene, or the background. So here it asked about the scene. I said I want her to be at home doing a mukbang style video that has good lighting. And I said just lighting that's similar to a mukbang YouTube video. I described the type of food I want her to be eating out of a large clear glass bowl. It asked about what type of voice the character has or what type of accent. So I chose a Southern Atlanta accent, and I said she's excited about the food and she has a medium pitch voice. Now with all of these options, you always have the option to leave it blank and just say move on to the next. Okay, so I'm going to answer the remaining questions. It asked about the vibe of the scene. I said it's relaxed. It asked about what kind of sounds or dialogue I would like, and I talked about the cracking of the crab leg shell, eating the meat, and then saying, oh, this food looks so good. All right, so then it asks how many prompts I want. You can select 1 or as many as you want. Here I just selected 10 and told it to give me 10 with 10 different meals that the person could be eating. All right, so we have our prompts. I'm going to go ahead and copy the first one with the seafood boil. So now we're in Google Flow, and I'm going to come down here to where we can put our prompt in, and I'm going to select text to video, and then I'm going to go over here to settings and select how many videos I want. So here I just want 1. We can also select the model. This is important because some of the models do not have sound. The ones that do are Veo 3 Fast and Veo 3 Quality. I'm going to go ahead and go with Veo 3 Fast for now. Of course, then we enter in our prompt and generate. All right, so our video has been generated. Let's give it a listen. So we're going to click on here. I'm going to open up the full screen and then click on it to play.
Ooh, this food looks so good. Ooh, this food looks so good.
Make sure you like, favorite, and follow, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Comment if you have any questions about Veo 3, and you can also access the GPT that I use to create the prompts in the link in my bio, and I also have a link to Google's plans where you can get some discounts, and Flow, you can actually get a free month of it, so make sure you click on those links in my bio. I will talk to y'all soon.